Theme parks have rides, and those rides have names. You may be asking yourself, how do you rank a theme park ride or attraction based on its name? There are no rules. We will be making them up as we embark on this epic journey of epic proportions. Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. This is the perfect example of a passable ride name. You have the IP name, Despicable Me. What it is, Minion Mayhem. Sure. Doesn't make any inappropriate abbreviations. And if you don't want to say the full name, it's a little wordy, you can just shorthand it to Minions. Or at least you could until Illuminations Villain Con Minion Blast. First of all, Illuminations does not need to be in the title of this ride. It's a Universal property. It's a Universal park. We get it. Second of all, Villain Con does not carry the same IP weight as Despicable Me. This would be like if they named the Transformers ride Allspark Adventure. The average person does not know what the Allspark is, but they do know what a Transformer is. If you think this doesn't matter, ask the people who work at Disney World who get asked where Jurassic Park is if the IP being in the name matters. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. I love this ride. I know that's a hot take. I love this ride. It was one of my first big coasters. I love the music gimmick. Kickstart My Heart was my go-to. But let's do the easy one first. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is the name of this ride. I thought that I gaslit myself into believing it was called the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. The Hollywood is there. It is real and it can hurt you. I have never heard anyone refer to it as the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket before. The Hollywood is more ignored than a terms of service agreement, legitimately. Second, Universal Creative decided to name this ride Rip Ride Rocket, knowing full well less than 10 miles, 9.63 according to Google Maps, there was a ride called Rockin' Roller Coaster. If you have ever heard these two ride names and you have said them, you have mixed them up. That's a written law. It just is. Now, this will not be a problem when Rockin' Roller Coaster gets remade to the Muppets. I'm still going to mix them up regardless. But it really won't be a problem when Universal gets rid of Rip Ride. This joke really does not have the shelf life that I thought it would. The Bourne Stuntacular. Picture this. You're in the park. You're with your friends. You're with your enemies. Who's to say? Somebody suggests going to watch the Jason Bourne stunt show. You go, I don't really know that I'm in the mood. Without fail, somebody in your group says, but it's stuntacular. If nobody in your group says this, invite my family next time because every single member of my family would say this joke. Universal Orlando's horror makeup show. Did you know that Crayola released a crayon color called Sky Blue? That's how this name feels. It's sky blue. It's the color of the sky. Yeah. It's the horror makeup show. It's a horror makeup show. Yeah. And I will fault other rides for having such redundant names later on, but this is a classic, and I could never say anything bad about it. Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. On paper, this is a perfectly fine ride name. You have what it is, a race through New York. You have IP name Jimmy Fallon. But that's the hang up for me. Something about having a late night host in a theme park breaks the immersion, wraps the real world back into the park. Maybe that's just me. But unfortunately for Mr. Fallon, I'm the one making the list. Revenge of the Mummy. This is a perfect ride name because it sounds like it could be another installment in the Mummy franchise. And the hope of one day maybe seeing Brendan Fraser in another Mummy movie is the only hope that I need to keep going. Animal actors on location. I'm going to be frank, I don't like this ride name, but I have the solution for Universal. Just call it Animal Actors, make it a seasonal show, have rotate. Hold on. My advisor is telling me that if they just made the name Animal Actors, when people went to look up Universal Animal Actors, they would get the show rather than the actual animal actors themselves. But who's going to be looking up animal actors in their free time? I mean, it doesn't. Hold on. My advisor said he would be looking up animal actors in his free time. I still don't like the show name. E.T. Adventure. This ride name is good, but I feel like there's a better version of it just right on the horizon that we're just Adventures with E.T.? Adventures with E.T. sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon. E.T. Adventures makes the abbreviation E.T. has a burger, and the ride is about arriving, so it's funny. E.T. is technically... I think it's fine. DreamWorks Imagination Celebration. The only thing they were celebrating was how they didn't have to use their imagination for the show name. Am I right? Yeah, that's hot. Yeah. Trolls Troller Coaster. So you see this one's funny because it's Trolls, right? Like that's the property name. But it's roller coaster. So when you take the name Trolls, right? And then you take roller coaster. And so the whole joke is like Kang and Kodo's Twirl and Hurl. So you see, it's a spinning ride. So like you're twirling, right? But it's The Simpsons. And so they like edgy humor. And you know, spinner rides make people nauseous, right? And so The Simpsons ride. I don't like this ride name very much. Imagine if every ride in the park was named like this. You would have The Mummy the Ride, Men in Black the Ride, Harry Potter the Ride. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I just don't like this ride name very much. And quite frankly, the ride that goes with it. And that's not because of any bias because of what was there previously. And I don't know what would make you think any... Oh, just hold on. Transformers the Ride 3D. You may be thinking to yourself, this ride has a very similar pattern to the last name that I gave a bad rating. You would be correct. However, this ride has Optimus Prime calling you a freedom fighter at the end. And that is the difference. Fast and Furious Supercharged. Imagine you know nothing about these movies, but from the title, you're going to assume you're getting in something fast. Maybe a car like Test Track, or just a roller coaster. They put you in a bus. Now assume that you know something about these movies. It's all about fast muscle cars and racing. They put you in a bus. Oh, but they simulate going fast. No, they hit you with air cannons. They should have called this ride Slow and Depressing, Super Lame. Yeah. Get out of Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. This ride name, much like The Mummy, sounds like it could be another installment in the Harry Potter franchise, which does not excite me as much as the thought of another Mummy movie, but it's fine, I guess. Hogwarts Express King's Cross Station. Universal Creative didn't even name this ride. This ride was named back in 1852 when the original station opened. This is a real place, and yes, I looked that up on Wikipedia. Men in Black Alien Attack. So here we arrive at the end of our journey with Men in Black Alien Attack, and it is in this moment that I would like to take a moment and recognize what truly makes a good ride name. Is this a question that we have already answered, or does it remain unanswered? You see, I like Men in Black Alien Attack. I think it's a good ride name, but I really want to understand why. As you may have noticed, all of the rides in this park, both the ride itself and its name, have some sort of franchise, IP name, brand associated with it. With the exception of Rip Ride Rockit, which I will not be including because I'm sure its successor will fit into this category. So, is it the name that matters, or is it simply the IP that draws people in? Or are you, the park goer, expected to go around the park, ride every ride? The name is simply just meant to call out which rides you like and which ones you don't like. It's a label just so you can address them easier. At this point, it's hard to question, are there truly good or bad ride names? Psych! Gotcha! You got the IP name. You got the what it is. You got an abbreviation, MIB-I, and easy nickname, Men in Black. And, just as a little extra flair, there's a little exclamation point right at the end. A well-deserved one, I might add, unlike some other ride names that we have reviewed. Whoa, Men in Black, baby! Unbiased, of course. Sorry, what? And thus concludes all the universal ride names. Overall, they are mostly positive, which means that it's a good park, which I could have told you from the start. I guess we did science here or something. If this video inspired you to check out any of these rides for yourself, or if you have the vacation itch for any of these other offerings, check out All for Fun Travel. They are the travel planning service that takes all the stress out of planning your vacation at no cost to you. And let me be clear on that. For free. If you're looking for an amazing vacation, or if you want to know more, check out the links in the description. Reach out. And let me reiterate. For free. Thank you for watching.